Taylor Swift's documentary recently came out, Miss Americana, right? And I really liked it. I understand that these documentaries are supposed to make you feel like more empathetic towards the film subjects, right? And let me tell you, that worked. Whoever is doing Justin Bieber's docuseries on YouTube needs to bring out their notebook paper and a number 2 pencil and take some fucking notes, because that shit is terrible. Cringe of the week should be episodes 1, 2, and 3. Eso es horrible. Okay? But I don't love Taylor Swift. Not because I like know her and I'm like, she really pissed me off. She didn't ask me if I wanted anything to drink. Just like, I'm not a Swiftie, you know, but I can definitely like feel for her. I mean, I could never fucking hate her because she gave us Shake It Off. Why would I hate somebody who gave me a gift, you know? But it definitely made me see her in a different light than I had before. I think she's really smart. She has a great work ethic. She works really, really, really hard. I mean, she's reinvented herself 1,200 fucking times, you know? And I feel like she knows what she's doing. And she said something that really hit me. When people fall out of love with you, there's nothing you can do to make them change their mind. They just don't love you anymore. So I went into fetal position, made a therapy appointment. Okay. But she goes into the iconic moment where Kanye got up on stage. And I know everyone's like, get over it, get over it, get over it. No! That is for her to get over. That is something traumatic. I hate when I see that. Just get over it. Or when people are like, Selena needs to move on. We can't move on from our college sweethearts. To my boyfriend, yes, I have. I have indeed. But she says that Kanye getting up there was like heartbreaking for her, super traumatizing, and we didn't realize at that time that she was just like this teenage girl who writes country songs, and she was winning her first award. I was watching that live. It was like in 2009, okay? And I remember I made a status on Facebook that said, I used to love Kanye West, ... and I got like 17 likes, and I was like, oh my God, I'm not ready for fame. Oh my God. But this is like somebody that Taylor Swift like respected. There's this heartbreaking interview that she does right after the VMAs. And Molly Ryder Producing and I were talking about it, where they're like, were you a fan of Kanye West? And she was like, I mean, it's Kanye West. And I was like, oh my God, kill me. And it's, imagine like you're getting your first award and somebody goes up there and tells the world how much you don't deserve it in front of everyone. This moment that's supposed to be like yours, like any singer ever since 1984, since MTV came out, you know, has dreamt of winning a small music, is it a music man? Astronaut man, the small silver man, okay? And then everybody starts booing, and I also heard that Beyonce went backstage, started crying, saying, oh my God, what did Kanye West do? Imagine making Beyonce so upset that you make Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter cry, how dare you? You know? So also Taylor Swift says that she didn't know that they were booing Kanye West. She thought that they were booing her and like agreeing with him. And imagine being 19 and that fucking happening, okay? It would be soul crushing. I can't even handle the bad haircut that I had when I was 19. I'll tell you what happened. It was my very first time in a very fancy schmancy salon, and I did the thing that us women do sometimes where you tell the hairdresser, I just want something different, be creative, and the bitch gave me a mullet! She gave me a mullet. I was surprised that people weren't coming up to me asking if I had extra chewing tobacco. It was so fucking bad. It was terrible. Anyway, back to Taylor. So I feel like she's been in defense mode ever since that moment happened. Crazy, it was like 11 fucking years ago. And I cannot imagine how frustrating it is to have like the world fucking despise you, hate you. And you can't do anything about it. Like, okay, so do I like her creative vision? No, mainly because like I can't connect with it. Like I just started liking cats 2 years ago. Give me a break. The animal, not the movie. Okay? Do I think she's tacky? Yeah, of course. Do I think I'm tacky? Yes. Molly Ryder Producer lets me know every time. You know? But this is like a human. This is a human. This is a human girl. And she's grown up in front of the public eye as like this like mega star. And unlike Justin Bieber and Britney Spears and all these other celebrities, there's a saying, she says in the documentary, that you are stunted at whatever age you became famous. So unlike Justin Bieber and these other people, Taylor Swift speaking actually feels 29 years old, you know? And she talks throughout the doc in a way that like you can tell that she now knows her power, you know? There's a part in the documentary, where she is basically begging her father, I guess her father's on her management team, begging her father to let her post about politics and trying to make a difference according to like her beliefs against this like senator that was running in Tennessee that basically was anti-women, anti-gay, where like you could be asked to leave a restaurant just if you looked gay, you know, terrible. And she wanted to speak out about it because she has a house in Tennessee. That's where she became this country star in Tennessee, right? And he was like, you'll lose all your conservative fans. And I love that she was like, I don't give a fuck. She was like, and I lose hateful fans. But I hate that she had to like fight for her management team at the age of 29 after like a decade. I think she's actually been doing this for like 14 years now. And she had to be like, can I say what I think, please? And there was a part where I almost started crying when she was in the studio with Panic at the Disco Man. And they're like talking about like finding homes, and like Panic at the Disco Man was going to move with his wife. And she was like, oh, it's so weird, like 2 months ago, this guy broke into my apartment and slept in my bed. And you wonder why she comes off as cold, because you guys are fucking crazy. Who the fuck does that? I, myself, could fall asleep in Molly's bed and she'd be like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. Like, the most important part of the whole documentary would be when she was talking about her haters, and like she touched on her body, and we've talked about that in previous episodes, but she was talking about that specifically, and there was like a montage of people like talking shit about her. And there was this one part in the montage where like this like super popular comedian, Nikki Glazer, was on a radio show 5 years ago, and she was like body shaming Taylor for being so skinny, and that her and her friends are so fucking annoying. She's like, ugh, come on. And it turns out that Nikki Glazer is a huge Swiftie. She's like, has always loved Taylor Swift, loves all her songs, wears her face on t-shirts. And after the documentary aired, Nikki said that she heard her voice in the documentary and her heart dropped when she realized what for, so she put this on Instagram. And basically, I'm not gonna read this, please. Give me a break. But she said basically that the reason that she was hating is because of the place that she was in her life, that she has also suffered from eating disorders, and basically apologized for being one of the haters to Taylor Swift and not uplifting women, et cetera, et cetera. And what I love is that Taylor Swift responded and said, wow, I appreciate this so much. One of the major themes about this doc is that we have the ability to change our opinions over time, to grow, to learn about ourselves. I'm so sorry to hear that you've struggled with some of the same things I've struggled with. Sending a massive hug. And I love it. This is such a beautiful, positive moment. Am I a Swiftie? Oh my God, first Harry Styles, now this. What? Oh my God. Oh my God. Somebody charge an ice bucket so I can dip into it. What the fuck is happening? Okay, but let me tell you, I am not Taylor Swift. Wait, this goes on. That's not a statement. That's not where that statement ends, okay? But I know for a fact that every famous person reads their mentions and searches their name on Twitter to see what people are talking about. And a lot of these like little troll pieces of shit are starving from a reaction, just like a crumb of attention. Like, for example, I have gotten comments where like people will say, like, you're further proof that women aren't fucking funny. You're so embarrassing. I had one saying, like, you're embarrassing Latinas. We don't fucking claim you. And of course, I'm like, send, brrrah, brrrah, like immediately. And then you know what happens? Like 9 out of 10 times, people will respond and say, oh my God, you noticed me. I love your show. And I'm like, was it worth it? Was it worth it? The attention, you know what I mean? Also, thank you for viewing. But like, was it worth it, you know? And so I think when you see people being trolls, you know, there's commentary and there's trolling. Commentary is like, I don't like the song Yummy. We've been waiting 5 years for a single and this is what we get, and it's just like not up to par with our expectation. That's one thing. And another thing is like, ew, she's so skinny. Like, you're so annoying for someone who doesn't have a fucking ass. You know, like that's trolling, you know? And I think that when we see trolling, we have to call it out. Because if not, then we're no better than those like pathetic school bullies that we all grew up with, you know? Like we all know the ones. Like Wendy Williams. We're going on a break. That's my show. It's live weekdays at 12:30 p.m.